I have music in my ear. It's becoming a habit because I'm early. No sense of me getting everything out when there's no people coming on. And if not, I'll be talking myself. But hey, good morning, Deborah. Girlfriend, saw you. Whew. And as my friend Dee Dee noticed, I was up at 4 o'clock commenting on her community page. I usually only see them on my phone. And I got on my phone to put a short up for this morning. And that's the first thing I saw was Dee Dee's. And I was like, oh. Yeah, it was 4. Good morning, Lori. I'm early. Don't worry about it. Do what you got to do. Just hanging out, listening to the tunes, drinking my coffee with no milk. Since nobody's here. I mean, since it's early. Wow. Nobody's here. Who's nobody? You're not nobody. I like the company. Clearly, I talk to myself regularly. But anyway, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Oh, good morning. Good afternoon, Lynn. Fixed it. This weekend, I went to Dollar General. I saw French vanilla creamer. I was like, I don't have enough half and half for my coffee for the week. I don't think so. I'm going to get that. I'm going to put it in the half and half. Oh, it's going to be good. Well, somebody did not look at what was in the ingredients of this, because when I put it in my coffee yesterday, I was like, that doesn't taste right. I know there was artificial sweetener in it. My stomach knew there was artificial sweetener in it. So the whole thing got dumped out. So I put chocolate syrup in it today. It's going to be chocolate syrup coffee kind of week. That song ended. I may be talking too loud because I've got voices in my ear. Lunchtime. Yes. Lunchtime for Lynn. Thank you for joining. I know I am on very early. It's just how it works out. My spine gives out early in the afternoon. If you think I squirm a lot when I'm sitting here in the mornings, in the afternoon, it's worse. I wanted to do surprise lives in the middle of the day last week. I couldn't. My hips and my back were giving me so much trouble. I had a headache for days. Oof. Anyway, so I didn't get anything done. Hello, Sylvia. And I'm still praying for you and hoping you're feeling better. And by the way, Sylvia, I will get that in the mail probably tomorrow if I get my label printed off today, because I sold something this weekend. So now I can afford to ship something, which makes me happy. So don't think, no, don't waste your money on that. No, that makes me happy. Giving makes me happy. It's an oldies station all of a sudden. Now I just play what I put on shorts. I save them. It saves them to a private album. And that's what I play. So Sylvia's been missing some because she's had a horrible cough. I think they're going to get her straightened out. I hope they get her straightened out. Lynn, seems like ages since I saw you. Oh, I think it has been. Ages. 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I've been on. Age and life have been getting in the way for everybody, I think. Between the storms down at Melissa's house, interrupting her internet, and my husband being home on a Monday. I could do a live on a Monday when my husband is home. I could do a live on the weekend when my husband is home. He has strict rules. When I'm live for an hour, don't need me, don't want me, don't say anything. You don't say anything. It's kind of, but I mean, do you want me to change the laundry out? What goes in this chicken? Hey, I want to tell you about the game all of a sudden. It's hard because he has me all to himself. He doesn't share. Not even with the kids and family. I feel explain. Anyway, so I thought it's going to be much easier on him if I don't do a live when he's home on Mondays. And not all federal holidays he gets off Mondays, but what's considered the big ones to most people he does. Alabama high cotton in my ear. I wish I would have. I don't think I put the Alabama I put on yesterday in there. I thought, how appropriate is that song? I can't remember the name of it though, because this is playing in my ear. Let's see, what time is it? We are almost done. Let's see. Sylvia says, was supposed to be at Quilt Club today, but stomach is rough from all the antibiotics. I think, oh, yeah, some of those antibiotics, even if they say eat with food, we have a great, good morning, Fern, a great pharmacist here. It's good to see everyone. Yay. If he sees something and he knows that is going to be hard on your stomach, he will stop you, bring the medication to you and say, you have to take this with food. Thank goodness. And one, my husband needed to take in the morning because otherwise it would keep him up all night. And he told him, nobody told me that when I got my prescription. Of course, I didn't get my prescription there, I don't think. I should have known it because of what it was. It was for my asthma. It was a steroid, which makes you a little wound. He kept telling me it doesn't. It's not that kind of steroid. I was like, have you had it? Now that he's had that kind of steroid, he understands. It does leave you wound. So you need to take it in the morning or you're going to have a hard time. And I'm just rambling. Let's see. Everybody saying good morning. Nightbot is on it. Don't forget thumbs up, sub, ring the bell for notifications, comment, share. Kindness is contagious and be the light you hope to see in others. Please visit my mods and my friends. And there is a whole long list in the description box. I need to stop listening to country. That about came out. Very countrified. This morning, I was up at 4 to my friend Dee Dee's shock commenting. She replied pretty early though, so I should have mentioned that. I was getting all the links, and I just finished that like 30 minutes before the live was scheduled. Thank you, Sylvia. Aw, Sylvia, bless your heart. You are so good at sharing the links. Nightbot, wake up. Sometimes it takes a second to realize that you've asked it to do something. And I do have emotes and emojis disabled in my Nightbot. Good morning, Miss Ellen. It is good to see you. I saw you were with Sarah Quilting for the Soul. And she has another Zoom. You guys have another Zoom coming up. So if you haven't seen that, you need to go over to Miss Ellen's page, Ellen Campbell's Creations. And it scrolled on me. I'm never going to remember. Campbell's Creations, Learning to Quilt Sew. Is Miss Ellen. Thank you, Sylvia. It is good to see you this morning. And there is Dee Dee. I was talking about you. Yes, good morning again, she says. Because we already had a good morning. She wished everybody happy Monday. She has the best. If you just need a pick-me-up, a mental reset, some positivity, go over to Dee Dee's community page. She keeps that thing up, and it is always good vibes. Okay, Tim McGraw came on. We might want to stop that because I have issues. I seem like I know how. My husband is going to see the YouTube account and he'll be like, what were you doing this morning? Jamming. I was jamming and it wasn't in the car, so nobody could stop me. Okay. And I haven't been on Discord yet this morning. Yes, Miss Ellen says they do. They have one June 24th at noon. So if you're interested in Zooming, being on camera, it's live, broadcasted on YouTube. Go over, check out Miss Ellen's and Miss Sarah's over at Quilting for the Soul. Love them both. Good peeps. Like watching them. I need to add Sarah underneath. I hadn't actually gotten time to, and I did this, see, underneath everything, and I will get more professional in a second. We hope. Underneath in the description box, if you're on a phone, you've got to move that chat to get to the description box. And I would not do YouTube on a phone because I hate the tiny phone. If you're on a computer, it says underneath the title, it starts the description. It'll say see more, show more. I'm sorry. I'm giving this information. I kind of do that. Show more. And I put honorable mentions because I always have all my mods in there. So you can visit their channels. The ones with channels, the ones without channels aren't in there. Go figure. And then I put honorable mentions because it's people who come into my chat or I just really enjoy watching. And Miss Sarah is one of those that I really enjoy watching. Then I also have links to people's pages on my landing page. If you go to my homepage, you can find them there too. It's people I enjoy watching, people I enjoy buying from, people. It's people. You know, this is you. You too. Oh, and Sherlock says, be right back. Puppy duty. She got a puppy. It is so cute. I may be the only person, besides my mom, that I know that's not really a pet person. They're adorable and cute. I like big dogs. If I had a dog, it would be a big dog. Little dogs are yippy and high maintenance. It seems like to me. It's not that I don't like them. They are cute. Melissa has one of those. Adorable. Yeah, and it gets lots of views, by the way. Her puppy is popular. So, Journey Tracy, hello and good morning. Good to see you. I'm just rambling as people come in. I'd ramble anyway, let's be honest. See, Fern says, my daughter is coming for a visit today. She's from Tennessee. Also, haven't seen in years. Oh, I know that makes your heart happy. It always makes mama's hearts happy. Yay. I hope you guys have a good time. And we're scrolling. I'm not fighting it, which means I'm not over here like, I gotta see it. I will eventually. See you. Good morning, Tracy. Fern King, we are going to get a puppy Yorkie at the end of July. Cool. Yorkies are popular. I think because they're little. I don't know. I want a dog that can protect me. The few dogs that I've had, and I'm so sad when they pass. I've had some disappear because we lived in the country. They were kind of free-range dogs. Neighbors knew who they belonged to. They didn't want them around. I would have, fenced them in. First place I had an electric fence. I could have done that. Neighbors don't care. Their dogs run. Our dogs run. But I like the big dogs. And mine were protective. I love that about the dogs. Let's see. Oh, there's Practically Creative to say good morning, Melissa. I saw you come in. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Oh my goodness. And Melissa, unless storms hit tonight, as far as I know, she'll be on at 7 tonight. 7 Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. You know what? I was thinking some of my favorite YouTubers, and you know who you are. You got a list set next to you of the things, the points, your talking points, things you want to say, things you want to bring up to keep you on track. My mind don't want that. Now for the house, I need a to-do list to keep me on track, to keep me going. It is too hard to try to remember that for this. Because I would spend a lot of time getting it in order. And of course, if you have points for talking, then you need subcategories. And when you have subcategories, they need subcategories. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So we're just winging it. I always have an idea, like you're going to see all this stuff on my table. I always got an idea what I'm doing. It's not completely unplanned. How to pull that one off. Oh, let's see. Oh, Sylvia really misses her dog. He sat with her while she sewed. You're gonna have to borrow your kid's dog more often. Didn't you babysit that hyper dog? They get so excited. They are like kids though. Sherlock. Oh, let's see. Melissa's saying hello to everyone. Sherlock says, Lori. I was gonna stop myself at the first Lori. I'd like a big dog. House can't handle the big dog. Oh, house can handle the big dog, but not the yard. As I wouldn't have a big dog that I had to fence in. I grew up in the city. All the dogs were fenced in. None of them felt like to me they had enough space. Even if it was a large yard, we have a pretty good sized yard here. I would have to fence the entire thing in. And then you're cleaning up bombs all over the yard. And no. I'm not going to be doing that. I do good to take care of the inside of the house. I'm not going outside. I did that for many, many years with children and animals. We only had one dog at a time. That was all I could handle. Okay. Whoop. I just went all over the place. There's Melissa's link. My quilt projects. Oh, good morning, Dawn. Are you playing hooky? Is that what you're doing today? I can't remember if I probably did your comment last night or today. I don't even check my comments that often anymore. It is so much less stressful not putting a dozen shorts up a day for me. I have been gaming. My husband is like, don't talk to your quilty friends about gaming. They're not going to understand. Well, I'm not going to tell you about the games. Who cares? I have been gaming. I've been gaming with my son. I've been gaming with my husband. My son has had enough of the game. So I may stop gaming soon, but my 1 month subscription just re-upped. And since I paid for it, I'm going to get my money's worth out of it, which to me means playing 24/7. Anyway, so much less stress now that I'm not trying to put shorts up, now that I'm not watching my numbers as closely, because YouTube is doing some hinky business with content creators. Yeah. I didn't say it in the first 8 seconds. They're never going to know. I may be bitter. Do I look bitter? I look bitter. Oh, Dawn. And Dawn is one of the honorable mentions. Oh, I should talk to her about a wrench. Let's see. Oh, window is open. Hear the birds. Allergies. Did not think that one through. Again. Fern, I also have Beagle guard dog. Hello, he licks everyone in sight. You know, ankles are at risk around those little dogs. If you like your toes, watch out. Oh, that is so cute. They are cute. Lynn, I saw your quilt pictures. You have been busy and they're gorgeous. Melissa, Practically Creative says. Cool. And I will remind you, a lot of my content creator friends, they have Facebook pages. I don't have Facebook. A lot of my friends have Facebook. Melissa, I'm not going to start naming them. Rabbit holes. Trying to stay out of them, because once you name one, you got to name them all, because it's not nice. But if you check the links underneath and check the links in the live chat, that's probably over there by the time you're seeing this. You will find links to all of them, and on their pages, on the About Me page is where a lot of them put the Facebook links to their Facebook pages. Very inspirational to see everyone's quilts, and my friend Dee Dee organizing. Morning, Ellen. Gay McGee. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you guys. Good to see you and everyone. Uh-oh. Dawn, what I miss? See, if Dawn was in blue, she'd probably get lost in the blue. Oh, I missed something. And now I'm scrolling back. I told you so. Melissa said, I'm not awake enough to type everyone's name yet. Of course, that's not what the sentence actually says. I just rejiggered it in my head real quick. My husband hates when I do that. That's not what I said. That's okay. Clearly, chocolate works in my coffee. Let's say, okay. Oh, Brenda, did I say hello? Good morning, Brenda Foley. Good morning. I've been going in early lately. Schedule change, catching you live. Yay! Yay! My big tidy up. Dee Dee says, same, love everyone's pets, but don't have any. And that's not exactly true. The ducks. Isn't the ducks that hang out in your backyard? The squirrels that visit. What did I miss? Oh, Miss Ellen says, I missed everything. That's not what she said. She says, thank you, Colleen, with a heart. Bless your heart. How are you making your machine covers? Thank you for asking, and I am going to get to that. Okay. Dawn, I can't find you. You know, I'm going to watch the replay of this and figure out what I've missed. I'll probably send you a message on Discord when I can figure it out. Lynn Vilas says, oh, my mini quilts. They now have mattresses and pillows. Good. Got a bed set to go with the quilt. It's supposed to work like that, right? Oh. Sylvia says, yes, we had her only dog that was allowed on my lap, mainly because I couldn't throw her off. The last dog I had would kick me out of my recliner. My back hurt so bad, and I was like, no, honey, you've got to sit beside me. No, she wanted in back of me. Eventually, I'd go to the couch. My husband says, she's not supposed to be in the house. It's 100 degrees outside. I don't care if she's making for outside. She's coming in the house. Let's see. Brenda Foley loving the birds' music this morning. Me too. Hopefully nothing goes wonky with my tech, and that is on my computer. So it is what it is. I thought I actually had. Oh, you have a screen up which needs to be paused. I was bopping around the house this morning, running around trying to get things that I didn't get yesterday. Tracy, what a beautiful panel. Thank you. Okay, Dawn, I don't know what's going on because I can't. There it is. There. Stop looking and I found it. Dawn says, Colleen, mom is in the hospital. Oh my gosh, Dawn, I am so sorry. Prayers for your mom. I know did she just get over COVID? Oh, I am so sorry. And Melissa says, I'm so sorry. Sherlock says, oh no, Dawn. Hope she feels better. So Journey, what a beautiful panel. Oh no, Dawn. I hope mom is okay, hun. Hugs, Sylvia says. We'll find out today the course of action, Dawn said. Oh, Lynn says sorry. Dawn, oh, I'm scrolling, I'm sorry. Oh, Lori came in. Lori quilting. Okay, I'm gonna have to find. Melissa says, hi, Lori, Lori, which is quilting in the country here on YouTube. Dee Dee, see, I pay attention occasionally. She says, you're right. How dare I not mention my feathered friends? I hope I've publicly shamed you appropriately. Oh, Sylvia, see, I've confused everyone adding Lori when she's not here. Sorry, I didn't see your vote. That's okay. We add Lori because we love Lori. She doesn't have to be here. In fact, a lot of people I share tend to not be. That's okay. She is a busy grandma, mama, all that good stuff. Got kids? Oof. I would not do this if my kids were home. Nope. Not enough time. Oh, Lynn says they are for Barbie dolls. I was thinking about that. I was thinking, but is it like doll furniture? Because it's a mini quilt. for Barbie dolls. That is adorable. Don says, Lynn Bylas, tricking out the Barbie house is awesome. Yes, it is. And Miss Ellen says, I love the sound of birds. I used to awaken to their songs every morning in Mississippi. Oh, there is a nest somewhere up there because I heard a ton of little chirping over the weekend and I kept thinking it was something I had playing because you can really hear the birds. And it wasn't. There's some tiny birds up there just singing along. Okay, my quilt projects, yep, fully recovered from COVID, but probably related. It is her heart. Oh, goodness. Well, not being able to breathe properly puts a lot of strain on your heart. And it zaps your energy. And oh, I hope they get it worked out. Practically Creative says, Lynn, I'm glad you cleared that up. I was thinking how productive you have been. Don, that's awful. I hope you. I feel a little bit bipolar here. And if you're bipolar, I'm not trying to call you out. I swear. When I'm reading chat, it'll go from someone saying something about quilts to someone saying something about health. And I'm up one and I'm down one. And it makes me look a little bit crazy. Because you want people to know that your heart goes out to them when they're suffering. I do. Or when they have loved ones suffering. Okay. Miss Ellen asks, Melissa, what have you been sewing on lately? I will catch up on your videos. I love learning new techniques. Oh, and thank you for saying that, Miss Ellen. That reminds me, Melissa has the birds just completely cleared my mind. Mystery quilt that she's making, that she's working on, and will show us what she comes up with in the end. I don't think it's a sew along per se, but it is a mystery quilt. You get to see it progress and come about. Oh, Lynn says, not very productive, still not finished baby quilt for Sophie. Went to free motion quilted, but can't quite take the plunge. Hence, lots of practicing on small things. That's smart. I practice on small things for free motion quilting. I was getting headaches every time though, so I've stopped. Miss Ellen, I'm working on a quilt. I'm calling it a mystery because I have no idea what else to call it. LOL, Melissa says, practically creative. Thank you, Miss Ellen. See, Miss Ellen is why I disable my emojis. All of my friends have the same addiction I do to emojis. I'm out of luck if I go into a chat and they have the Nightbot on. Emotes and emojis both have to be disabled or you're going to catch people. They're going to get timed out. Aw. And Miss Ellen, I got distracted. Miss Ellen says, just a reminder of the thumbs up. It's completely free and shows love. Thank you. Okay, thanks for the reminder, Ellen. Got so excited. I'm here for the live and forgot the thumbs up. I do that. I go into lives or videos in general. If I don't do it right off the bat, I forget, and that's how I keep track of who I've watched, because I'm always clearing my history. It doesn't clear your views. It doesn't clear your thumbs up. It's just the history. Always clearing that. And I'm like, did I watch this video? Well, it doesn't have a thumbs up. YouTube takes them away. So if you think I have watched this, I remember giving it a thumbs up. It's YouTube. They're helping. Okay, now I'm going to move on. In just a second. Deborah says, trying to get these tests done that these doctors want so can get this knee replacement done. It's horrible how many hoops you have to jump through to get things done. Okay, I have got a mess going on here. Gonna tilt you. I hear you. Sherlock's over there going, wee, wee. Just a little bit. I don't. Okay. All of this stuff has links underneath the video if you want to check it out. They're mostly from Walmart. There's some Amazon links there. I have to touch things. I have to touch things to know if it's what I want. And since I don't get to go to the stores and walk around for a half hour because I'm indecisive too, I need to touch it and then walk back by and touch it again. and then get it next to another one that I think I like and touch it again. That's why I've got all this. Okay, this one, I think I was gifted this. It had no label. So I'm guessing it feels like the Heat and Bond or the fusible. It's heavier. It's not light. It's adhesive on one side. What happened was Halo has a, let me see, struggling. My friend Angel over at Halo Inspirations, DBD, has a worksheet to help you figure out the measurements for this particular kind of cover. Now, this cover has, it's done in panels. It's the front panel, the back panel, the sides panels, and the top panel. So she has a video on it. I was so on it this morning. I forgot to link her video. She has a video on it. It's from about a year ago. If you go to her page, you could find it there. And wow, I'm already losing my voice. It's the allergies. Stop cheering. I hear you. No, only my husband and kids get to be happy I lose my voice. Getting warm in here. Okay. So I printed out one for each of my machines. Let's see. There's a little bit of a glare. And you figure out, like, for example, the first measurement is the length. And this is for the serger. The length from here to here. And she shows it on her video. And then she has you add 2 inches because you're going to square them up. She's doing a quilt as you go. I'm not doing a quilt as you go, so I'm not doing that. What I'm planning on doing, though, is using her technique because I want to see how that works compared to these, like an upside down box that I make, except for upside down, you know. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to try that technique, putting it together in panels. And I'm fairly certain there's some Y seams at the top because you sew the sides together and then you insert the top. I only watched it twice Saturday. I will be watching it again. So anyway, this is her worksheet. And it's a free printable on her site. There is a link. I was so busy this morning. There is a link to her worksheet underneath the video, and I will grab it and stick it in there in the chat for y'all. Pardon me, clearing my throat. I didn't even get a keyboard today. There we go. There's a link for you. Good morning, Deb Somerville. See, Deborah ran together in my head. Good morning from Iowa. Good to see you. This is going to be more of a discussion about this than me making it. Because I just did not plan well this weekend. Actually, I planned just fine. My hips and my head decided that they weren't going to do anything I wanted to do. But I got this worksheet, so I know what my measurements need to be. And by the way, there's an X here. I kid you not. When I read this, I got a separate sheet of paper and I was like, okay, this measurement times that measurement. No. I don't know what I was thinking. I wrote it in there because it just means by length by height. Not multiplying anything. Thank goodness, because that was going to be a mess. Okay, so I've got that sheet. And then I tried to figure out, she used batting, and you can find batting at her shop. You can find some of the stuff, Heat and Bond. I think you can find it at Bond. I may be telling stories. Pretty sure. Yes, looks like that's where I got. Okay, Pellon. Find some of the stuff at her shop too. So she is using batting. Batting to me, I have a container I use batting on. Actually, it was a blanket, but it's the same difference. It's floppy. This is very floppy. And I like stiffer containers, and I wanted a stiffer, I didn't want it sagging over the spools and stuff. So I wanted a stiffer container. Is it a container though? I don't know what it is. This I used, what did I use? My description box is my cheat sheet. Let's see. That's not what I used. I saw it and then I lost it. Oh, okay. This is 906F. Now it's not saggy, but it's light. It is a very light interfacing. And then I make containers. I need things in containers. Then I used this. This is a heavier. This is, oh, it's interfacing. This is this stuff. I figured, well, it's for me. If it comes apart, it's okay. It's a little bit heavier. It's quite a bit more like the midweight than the lightweight stuff. And I like that. It keeps the sides up. This is just a bunch of fabric. Can you see the idea here? I use colors that will make me think, oh, I want to, I'm not sexist. But when my mind thinks pink, it thinks baby girl. And when it thinks blue, it thinks baby boy. So I made these with this. And I wanted to make the panels stiffer and not use batting. So I was going to go buy Heat and Bond. Let's see, this is called Craft Extra Firm. It is a single-sided fusible, and you can sew through it. Unlike the red container, do not sew through the red container. I was watching Lisa Capen the other day too. She reminded me. I wrote it on my red one. No sew. So I wouldn't do anything stupid like that. This is a little bit thicker than this, and that's what I want for mine. I want something thicker, but not so thick that it's going to hurt my hands to try to turn it out if I make a box. This is just sewn together. So plus you don't have the bulk. If you use an interfacing, you don't have the bulk that you would have with batting. Got batting somewhere. Apparently not easily within reach. I also bought this because I wanted to see what it was. This is Flex Foam. I don't even know what this means. Naked, no tri-coat. No tri-coat. Don't even know what no tri-coat means. I should look that up. I will eventually, if it's something I feel I need to know. I don't try to put information in here that's wasting space. It won't be kept. Oh, this tells you what kind of needle and everything to use. But this is a relatively thick foam. It's just as thick as the batting. We don't want to use that. So it's sitting in the closet. One day I will. I may get brave and make one. I need 3 covers. So I may get brave and try to make one out of this. At least part of it. I don't know if there's enough for the whole thing. But this is foam. I got it at Walmart. Talk about foam. Talk about not knowing what this is. See, I've got a list going in my head. That's working so far so good. I like the heavier, stiffer. So Heat and Bond, even though 1 yard cut is $2 something at our Walmart, it was pointed out to me that it's going to be expensive if I want to do a whole thing in this. Now, I did some wonky math yesterday because I looked at the wrong Heat and Bond when I was comparing it. So my math for yesterday was off. But you can, and it even says, put 2 of these together and layer it. Now, this right here is 808 Craft Fuse. One side usable. I like that because I like putting it on and it not moving on me. It's somewhat thick, I guess. It's still pliable, bendable, whatever the words are. This was, it said medium weight on the website. I don't know if it actually says it on here. Why am I using this? Because I can get it local and it's cheap. By Annie makes a whole bunch of stuff that everybody loves. If you like By Annie, use By Annie. But I needed to compare them. This said medium weight and this one said medium weight. This is, to the touch, just a little bit thicker than this one. This one is meant for clothing. This one isn't it meant for clothing? Mostly clothing, it looks like. It says corduroy, chino, and poplin. Medium to heavy weight fabrics. Used with medium to heavy weight fabrics. So I will probably put 2 of these together, you know, double it over to use it when I use them because I am not buying more. So that was my experience with trying to find and interfacing that I liked. And I think what I would like better is the Deco Bond Pellon makes. But it's almost $7 a yard. I don't like it that much better. These were, this one's 4 yards. The clothing one is 3 yards. And they were about the same price, somewhere around $5.50. Links below tell you the price. So I was trying to find something that was the same as the Craft Extra Firm from Heat and Bond. These are both lighter. This is cheaper than the $6.50 for the Deco stuff. So if I run out, I may get more of this. Why would I run out? My gosh, I've got a lifetime supply. Unless everybody I know suddenly wants custom boxes. Do not want custom boxes. I'm not making them. Come on. But I have to get organized. This drives me nuts. And I was like, one of the things that gets me organized, and I will get back in chat because I'm missing everything. One of the things that helps keep me organized is, and I know everybody's brain doesn't work like this, I really do need homes for everything. Everything needs a place and a home. Otherwise, it's just going to hang out together in chaos in my mind. I need that for me. Not everybody needs that. I get that. It doesn't make sense to some people. So yeah, I get that. But and in that thinking that my stuff needs homes, get a chat. Oh, Miss Ellen says she really loves the boxes. Thank you, Miss Ellen. Likes. See, I put words in people's mouths. Oh. I need to scroll back up. But anyway, what I was going to say is these look, my machines, they cause some kind of chaos for me. I don't know why. But I thought if I make covers for them, maybe it would bring it down. And the covers, although one side is going to be very busy, the side that is going to face me, like this one sitting here, it's facing me. This is the front panel for it. I took a sewing machine panel and built it up with some, I think these were initially 5-inch squares, and I cut them up, cut them in half, cut them up, sewed them together to make 2.5 inch. I do things. So this is going to be the front. And I think because we've got blues and reds going on in my living room, I think this will be calm enough for me. And it will have a home. This is not calm for me. But it's going to go on the back. It's just a bunch, and it gets more chaotic. This is not even a chaotic piece, really. I just sewed all these scraps I had together, and I'm still sewing them together. So that's the front and the back panel for that. And I discovered I needed more sewn together to get the side panels. So that's what this mess down here is. These are not the right size yet. I have quite a ways to go. See, it has a home. It's in the bottom drawer. I'm not getting in that bottom drawer. Okay, it's next to the bottom drawer. All of this are pieces I have sewn together and got squared sides on, so they would be easier to, like, these I'll sit here and I will be sewing these together and then make sure I got straight sides. There's a whole bunch here. So didn't realize the piece I had already put together was not enough for everything I needed for this one. I suspect the next one I make is going to be one piece of fabric, maybe two. So I need to get the side panels out of that. And then I imagine I'll put a binding around the bottom of it. I need to remember which side is up though on my sewing machine, because I don't want to look at an upside down sewing machine. I will take it apart and put it back together. So that's what I'm doing. My back was killing me. I couldn't think to put these together. There is a fog that happens when I'm in pain. I can't concentrate for love and money. I can't concentrate. I have to remind my husband, where did I put this? He'll ask me where I put something. And I'm like, I don't know. I thought you were organized. I am organized. Everything has a home. I don't remember where that goes. Pain does that. So anyway, I've got all these little pieces that I'm going to sew together and finish the side panels. Then I have random sheets that I've used for linings for things that I'm going to piece together for the inside of them because, well, they need to be used. Nobody's going to see the inside of it. It is for me. It's not for some random person. It'll get those. And this is where the declutter. I put declutter in the comments down. This is my declutter. Using my scraps is decluttering the scrap bag. I had a big bag with all of these scraps in it, and I'm down to this little box. It has some scraps in it for it. And then that right there, which most of those will go into this, so it's fine. So decluttering these, decluttering this. I am winning my week. It might take a month, but I'm gonna. So that's what happened. I didn't have enough interfacing, so I had to buy interfacing yesterday. I was hoping to get the same as this because I like it, and it didn't work out like I planned. I'm still going to use what I got because I am too lazy to return it to the store. Honest to goodness. It's not lazy. My body does not cooperate with me. So, see, I will start trying to organize these by size, and it doesn't work. It does not work to try to organize the scraps. Then these are truly scraps. Little bitty pieces. HSTs. I've sewn the other sides together and thrown them in a box. Truly scraps. So that's what is going to go on this. And I have more of the sewing machine panels that are going to, I have 2 more because I'm sending 3 to a friend of mine tomorrow, I hope. I have 2 more for the other 2 machines. So it's a plain sewing machine panel on the front, and I don't know what's going to go around it. Now, my friend Angel, Miss Halo Inspirations. Well, she's the face. It's, family company. Anyway, threw ideas at me that just, I think I got a plan. I think I know what I want to do. And then I see something somebody's done, and I'm like, oh, I can do that. She took a panel, and this is going to take some brain work for me. And I promise you, I will get back into chat. I am missing all kinds of stuff, not ignoring a little bit, so I could keep talking. She took a panel. It's a poppy panel that she took, cut the poppies out. And when I say fussy cut, I don't mean like the square fussy cut you think of when you're getting. She cut them out, looking for something panel-ish, like around the outlines. She cut them out and appliqued them to the top of the quilt. And it just added so much interest. It was a beautiful quilt top to begin with. Wall hanging. It's wall hanging. Don't want to go telling stories. It's a wall hanging. But I know I'm trying to decide if that's what it was. But she cut the poppies out, layered them on top of each other so they weren't separated like on the panel, and then put heat and bond on them fuse them together and then fuse them on top so she could applique around them, to applique them to the quilt top. I'm going to keep saying quilt top. No, I mean ball hand. And I saw that and I was like, gnomes. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute with gnomes. I don't think I can cut my gnome panels. After I said that in her messages too, I was like, oh, gnomes. And then her live, she mentioned gnomes. I was like, see, gnomes. But I do have some charm packs that I think have gnomes in them. Those I would be okay cutting the gnomes out. So I thought, wouldn't that be cute on the side of these to applique a gnome on it? I don't know if my body is going to let me do what I'm thinking, but I was like, oh, why didn't I not think of that? I don't like cutting up panels. I don't like cutting up panels. It was so pretty. It's one of those things. It's like when you buy fabric because it's pretty, then you don't want to use it because it's pretty and it needs a special occasion. All my panels are like that to me. Yeah, it's a problem. Okay. Deborah said, let me scroll up. Oh my gosh. My chat just disappeared for a second. Okay. Where was I? Deborah Holman said, sounds like putting a bag together, Colleen. Yes, that's exactly what I thought. Although I've never put a bag together. The boxes that I've made were all the turnout kind, not the drop-in. And I just didn't sew all the sides together. But it's just like I've seen bags put together. In fact, I think I saw Misty Dome do one not too long ago, a bag like that. So yes, it is just like that. But I was thinking, I'm going to read chat and then I'll tell you what I was thinking if I remember. My quilts projects. Dawn says, Iowa is God's country. I miss it terribly. Oh, you know what? I look out these windows and birds chirping, the sun's starting to come up. God does beautiful work. That's what I think when I look out my windows. And I drive into town because I have to drive on the highway, but it's just farmland, trees on either side. Lynn Bilas for Dawn. How much square interfacing did you use for the Tilda quilt? That is gorgeous. You should check her channel out and see. They're talking about the yardage. I'm going to let them talk about that because I'm blabbering. Miss Ellen liked the storage boxes. Thanks. The interfacing dilemma, Melissa says. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's a struggle. I have to touch things. Let's see. Tricot. Okay. That is pronounced tricot, although it's spelled Tricot. Did you guys see? And I don't want you to think I'm making fun. It made me smile. What is her name? Quilt in a Day lady. Everyone loves her. I love her. I know her name and I've just went blank. She was doing a double wedding ring and she was pronouncing nouveau. As it was just so cute how she was doing it. And then I think somebody corrected her and said it's nouveau. And she's like, oh, I thought it was because of the way it's spelled. I never would have got nouveau from that. Let's see. Sylvia says, scroll. Lynn says, I like your boxes too, Colleen. Thank you. Thank you all. Sylvia says, I've used flex foam that was double-sided fusible, that was thick and hard to turn out. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I learned this lesson the hard way. Like I learn everything. I had some very heavy Pellon double-sided fusible that I made my little red box with. That's no longer in here because I don't need it. And there was no turning that thing. So I just kind of made casings for them. That's what worked. Let's see. My quilt project says, I love bosal foam. It makes bags and totes stand up on their own. That's right. Bosal is the other one that I was trying to think of. And then says, thanks, Dawn. I have about 2 meters. Back to Dot's project on her channel. Like I said, check it out. Fern King, I use craft fuse. Craft fuse. Is that like a sheet or there's a shaker of, I don't know, it glues your stuff together. You shake it out like a salt shaker, then you put your fabrics together and you fuse them. I will look in the comments to check that out. See if that's what which one you're talking about. Oh, Don says, I've never used any of these packaged fusibles. I must live under a rock. I hadn't either. That's why I went and bought them all. It's what the Walmart had. And I know my local quilt store has some, but honestly, they're a small store, so they have to charge more. I understand that, but I can't afford it. When I can, I do. I can't, so Walmart it was. My quilt projects, I have used Misty Fuse, found out the larger quantity you buy, the cheaper it is. And Miss Ellen wanted to know where to find Misty Fuse. Melissa, half a cup of coffee in. Now I can sit up straight and focus. I'm about that much. About that much in. Clearly, it's not helping me focus. But it is helping me be upright and talkative. Deborah Holdman, she says, Melissa says, Deborah Holdman, I like to buy interfacing by the bolt too. It is cheaper like that, buying things in bulk. In fact, I was looking for the heat and bond on the bolt. I could only find it on the bolt though. I'm almost positive my local quilt shop sells it by the yard off of the bolt. I don't like buying bolts because it's too much. When I probably won't use it, if I thought I would use it, it would be wiser, and I figure out a way to buy that, but it's just storage is a problem. Everything needs a home. Let's see. Lynn says, love that panel. Very pretty. Friend says, Deborah Holman, you're right back getting coffee. Of course you are. It's early. Bradley Creative, she can scrap sew. She just has to have a reason to do it. Yes, she can. And yes, she does. I really have to have a reason to do it. Eleanor Burns, yes. Thank you. That was the name of the lady that was saying Nouvelle. And I thought, I like that. I never get nouveau for the way that was spelled. But I can spell ain't. I can't say so. Yeah, I'm going to salvage. Messes with me. French words don't follow English words, right? Oh, thank you, Miss Ellen. And everybody knew exactly what I was talking about. Eleanor Burns, yes. And she made me want to make the double wedding ring quilt. It's on my bucket list. In fact, I've got some fabric saved for that purpose. Okay, I'm actually at the bottom. Thank you for sharing the links, ladies. Got the best mods. They've got wrenches. They ain't afraid to use them. Stay in line. You know, relatively speaking. Melissa, I bought a box of heat and bond several years ago when I saw a screaming deal. Now the 1 yard cuts at Walmart right now, the 1 yard cuts are less than $3, like $2.97 right now. It says it's on sale. It's been on sale all year as far as I can tell, because I got some in each each size of the heat mod. I got one package of each, so that I know what it feels like. And I know the density of it. There's Miss Ellen's channel. I don't have Quilt in a Day's channel. Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way. I told you guys a couple weeks ago that I bought some containers for my charm pack hoarding. And I thought they would work because I had my charm packs in this box. This is just a box I got in the mail that I used some glue and decoupaged with fabric, some cheap fabric from Amazon. I say that because it is very, very thin fabric. I would not, but I think it's pretty, and I think it works great for this. This is the box they were in. I decided this box could be used for this. Oh, please do not come with this. This is the new box. It is sold as a toilet paper holder for the back of a toilet. There is links down there. Yes, I think Deborah Holdman says Lisa Capen started me on Heat and Bond. Her and Melissa. And I think Melissa watches so much of her, that's how. But I should get some water over here with me. Charm packs. It fits a bunch. And look at that. I need to buy more because I actually have room. I did order. I think I got a charm pack and a couple of mini charm packs coming from Fat Quarter Shop because they were on sale. But anyway, this is perfect. And I have two of them. They had ropes on them. They were very cute cotton ropes. They weren't the nylon, the hard nylon. They were very cute cotton, very drapey. I took them off and I tossed them because I can't think of a purpose for them. And it may have been decluttering because of Dee Dee this weekend a little bit. I did. I decluttered. So anyway, charm packs, and the link is below the channel, or the video right now. Let's see where, under storage stuff. Narrow closet bins for shelves, 15 by 6 by 5.5 is what these measure. Get the link in there for y'all because I didn't put it in my Nightbot. There was all the links under the video. I went and grabbed this morning between 4 and 6. So they're not in the Nightbot. They are all below the video, which might be easier for some folks. Anyway, I need my charm packs. This fits perfectly on this sewing desk over here. And I bought also linked below, these risers. They're metal. I knew I was going to be doing a lot of pulling today. They're metal and they nest. They were perfect to add a little bit more room over here and not look so cluttered to me. This may look very cluttered to you. And right now it is. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie. It's cluttered. But when it's like it's supposed to be, these don't fit under the shorter one, which is a problem. I thought about ordering another one of these, but I don't need two of them up here. I don't need two of them up here. So, and this little box from the Dollar Tree had my scraps in it. Okay, my OCD is about to show. It fits perfectly on the stand over it. I bought these on Amazon. Little makeup bags. And then I got all the scraps. Yeah, it keeps going. All the scraps out of this that I was throwing scraps in. Okay. I've recently put more in there. And I sorted them by color. I sorted them by color because it made me happy. And when I'm doing FPP, it will be easier to grab them sorted like this. Okay. I have some has. This is what I use to hold spools of thread. Instead of buying a $10 spool. Yeah, it is. But these bags, they were about $1 a piece, which is a lot cheaper than buying the zipper and doing this. This is a, what you call it, shower liner. from the Dollar Tree. It holds up just fine. I did not want to sit there and cut all of these to be the exact same thing and use a zipper that costs more than $1 on that. Now, if you've got a zipper stash and that's what you want to do, you do you. But that's what I did, and this is making my brain happy. I may have to buy more because I really like that better than the way I had these, which is all the scraps thrown in together. Let's see. Back in chat. I have a scratchy throat. See, and Lisa Capon is one of the honorable mentions down below. I do have her in my bot, but she is also linked below. If you haven't seen her, she is in the process of moving. So I was watching her older stuff, and see, she also contributed to my decluttering this weekend. My sewing stuff, and it wasn't a lot. I was starting to get a collection of bags again. I don't know why I felt the need to hang on to the bags that things come in. Those little Ziploc bags. I'm sure I've got one around here somewhere because I keep a couple. I don't need to keep 20. So Lisa was on, and she had, listen to me, like we know each other. Lisa was on, and I was catching up, and I was playing the game, and I saw her. She had a file cabinet that had tipped over, and she had to organize. She was decluttering and organizing it for the move. So I was listening to her and watching her and how she was decluttering things, and so that gets me into cleaning and decluttering. I love decluttering. And then when we run out of things to declutter, I buy more. This is from the Dollar Tree, and these are 2.5-inch strips that I got in Jelly Roll. I don't know why I put them in here. Occasionally, I need an off-white strip. Those work great. I found I'm not a fan of these like I thought I was. The little ones, yes. The big ones are heavy when you put a couple of them together. They're the Missouri Star. If you have a setup that will work for them, strong shelves, and probably not more than 1 or 2 on a shelf, they are great. The larger ones for bolts, they were taking up a lot of space. And when I took all the fabric off them, those weighed about 10 pounds at least. So I took the fabric off them, and I pull it over here. I put them in here. This was my happy find this morning. This weekend, more stories. Kind of what I do. This weekend, after being corrected by my friend Dee Dee and my friend Lisa, my husband got the wrong size coffee filters. I know you're thinking, what does coffee filters have to do with anything? Trust me, we'll get there. My husband brought the wrong kind of coffee filters for his coffee maker. He got the miniature ones, which fit my coffee maker. And he was very distraught about it because he needs a full thing of coffee during the week. He said, I'll use the smaller ones this week. And I was like, he went to the store. Was it Friday morning? I think he had Friday. Yeah, he had Friday off. He went to the store Friday morning. We didn't want to go back to town because it's a trip. It's not around the corner. It's a trip. A Dollar General is around the corner. So Saturday, I was feeling bad for him. And I was like, you know what? I was looking at things like this, trying to match that on Amazon and Walmart. And I was like, I need to get away from this. I'm going to go get your coffee filters. So I walk in, and the first thing I see is a green dot sale. Now, you may say, what's a green dot sale? I don't know. I just walked in, and it says, buy one, get one free. Home, anything with a green dot. I left the tag on here. 1, so I know the measurements. 2, so I can show you the green dot. I hope. Okay. There's a green dot. There happen to be 2 of these left. This one says stuff. You could see originally $12. So buy one, get one free, made these $6 each, which is $2 less than the ones I was finding at Amazon. Link below for the ones on Amazon because I could not find a link for these for you. I can't vouch for the quality of the bags. They look quite a bit the same to me. They have approximately the same dimensions. These are 14.5 by 10 by 8.5. And I think the ones on Amazon are like 15 by 11 by 9. They may have been rounding up. It may be the same. And they've got little handles on the outside. These I like because I can tuck them in or pull them out, which is like the ones I made. So I got 2 of these for $6 each, basically. And perfectly fits the 108s and all of this that I had on the Missouri Star Bolts. And this makes my brain happy. Because this, I would put them together, and if I looked for it, yes, I would look for them together. And this goes perfectly on the little shelf that I have on my, what is supposed to be the actual bookcase. There's 2 bookcases. I am taking them both over. I decluttered the books. I didn't declutter my husband. They're my husband's books. I don't read them. I read the Bible. So I asked him to declutter his books. And he got rid of quite a bit. I was like, but you never look at them. Not being a big book person, I don't immediately get this. But I am compassionate, so I understand where he's coming from. So anyway, we decluttered some books, and I've got a shelf. Book declutter was a long time ago. I had a big box from Dollar General there, but having to take it out and open it was fiddly and hard on me. Having this open, I just pull it out. I can scoot it out on the shelf, look in it, grab what I want, put it back. So I was very pleased with that. And its mate is, let's see, can you see it? It's here. On the shelf that I spray painted. Pardon me. I got stuck on the carpet. I'm still stuck on the carpet. Stop that. This is the other one. Now this has some fabrics my bonus mama gave me, and some grunge fabrics, and some stuff that it doesn't really have a home, but I like to use them, so I just put them all in here, knowing that that's where the more random things are. This is some batting that I Frankenstein. This is a polycotton. So, but they're set up on their sides. Let's see, where's a good folded one? Fold them like I fold all my fabrics. And these are set up on their sides. So it fits here perfectly. And the mate to that one over there, towels, hand towels. Needed some more to stick those hand towels that I bought. Oh, it's gonna keep that. I will catch up in chat, I promise. I bought hand towels to make for the farmer's market to sell. And a couple of them I cut off, and I cut them in half and put toppers on them. These aren't cut in half. These are just folded in thirds and then folded in half. By the way, Dee Dee, I saw yours, asked about how you fold towels. You're short. And I thought, did you know that I was just doing this last week? And these, I was going to try it with these microfiber towels. I'm still not convinced that I want to try that. The feel of microfiber towels in my hands bug me. But if you have some microfiber towels, English is not my second language, but it sure seems to be. If you had these and you didn't have any use for them, you could use them on design boards. Because watch, I say this and it's not going to work. These may have been like somewhere between $7 and $10 for 4 at Walmart. That works perfectly. And if you had a board, you could cover it with these things and have you a design wall. I have problems, I know. But they work great for holding fabric. So, I can't get rid of them. They may make it to declutter one of these days, but these fit in here the way I like to fold them perfectly. And there's some little fabrics. The Pioneer Woman, because I think Pioneer Woman works beautifully with hanging towels. and that's It's Home. So I've got this here now. This is going to be fun to put away. But I had stuff I wanted to show. Okay, not that far past. We all know that I'm going to be here a while. So, Amazon, Dollar Tree. What else? Walmart. I seem to have a shopping problem. No, I don't. I need things contained, and it doesn't always work out. I'll buy something, and I didn't really need 2 of these. I thought I might. I didn't. And I was wondering with that other one for a while. I was trying to think of how can I use that one, because it's a nice hefty bag or box. Came up with a solution, and they make my brain happy. I covered this one in fabric. Although I like this one, my brain didn't like that. I don't know if it's the fabric, if it's the size, what it is that's bugging it. But my brain did not like that. But like I told my friend Dee Dee, I used to buy for Fantasy Me. Fantasy Me was going to have all the containers, was going to have all the whatnots, was going to have all the things that she couldn't take care of. The real me. Fantasy Me needs to stop buying stuff. So I try to buy intentionally instead of just because it's on sale, because I love a sale. I have bought so many things because they're on sale. In fact, those boxes I got at Dollar General, they had the metal stacking boxes. You flip the handles in and they stack. And I had those in my hand, and I kept looking at them, and I was like, what am I going to put in? But they're cute. But what am I going to put them in? They would look so adorable somewhere, but where? So they don't have a home. They don't have a purpose. They're not coming to my home. It helps me manage what my body is able to do when I'm intentional about the things I buy and put in my house. They don't always work. And sometimes I just have to give the containers to someone else, spray paint them to make them match. I have done that, and it did work. I would not spray paint. Chalk paint, though, for boxes. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I stopped it when we were talking about Lisa. Sylvia said, okay, everyone, question for you all. I have to make some coasters, mug rugs for granddaughter's school sale. What size is best? 5-inch squares. If you use 5-inch squares, then you're going to get a 4.5. You know this. I say this for future people who are like me and may not know exactly. So, thank you, Deborah. Deborah said the 5-inch square. So if you start with a 5-inch square, you're going to get a 4.5-inch finished coaster. I don't know why I was using 5.5-inch squares, because that dawned on me the other day. I could use these and just have a 4.5-inch finished, which would work too. Let's see what everybody else says though. Melissa says, Sylvia, I keep hearing 6 by 9 inches. I think slightly bigger would be better, big enough for cup and a saucer. I was thinking coasters. Coasters to me are small and they hold a cup. How do I not have one over here? I don't know. Mug rugs to me are bigger and will hold like a sandwich plate, a smaller than a dinner plate, and a mug on it. Now, my friend Dee Dee asked me what a snack rug was. I was calling those snack rugs because those are the size of a standard A4 piece of paper, printing paper, which is 8 by 11. I'm not sure if there's half inches in there or not. I don't care. But that's what I was using for my template when I cut the fabrics down, so they will all fit in a magazine rack. If you have several different ones, everybody wants their own little mug rug. Get a magazine rack, like the one sitting on the side of my. I'm not showing it. It's another video. I have to stop moving. And I saw I like the metal magazine racks. Magazine racks, they have clear ones. Dee Dee, if you pay attention in her videos at her stuff, like this nosy person does, She has clear ones on the wall. You could mount those in a pantry and keep all your mug rugs so nice and tidy there. I actually have a magazine rack mounted on the inside of my kitchen wall, my kitchen door cabinet. And I put my cookie sheets in that along with the pizza trays that don't fit so great, but that's where they're going. So they're up and I'm not having to dig underneath something because I can dig for pans or I can make dinner. You don't get both. And it's not because I don't want to, it's because my spine don't want to. And when you have to make that choice, you find out ways to make it easier on me and easier on you. And mine is putting the magazine rack to hold the cookie sheets because we use cookie sheets for the French fries, for biscuits, for, everything. And most of our stuff goes in the oven. I'm not ashamed. I spent years making excellent meals for everyone. Gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so Practically Creative says 6x9 is what she's hearing. And that's what I was saying. I like mine slightly bigger because in my head, if you give it to kid, that's what's going on in my head. It's always kids. Give a kid, let's see. This is 9.5. This is a 10-inch. So 9, where's my 6-inch? 6x9 is just this space right here. Basically, just a little bit bigger than my hand, spread out. You put a little saucer there. Now you could put a cookie on a napkin there. That would work. Cookie on a napkin and a cup over here. Is that cup not going to get knocked over? Time and time again. Just me. Maybe just me. That is so uncoordinated. So I made them. This is not being up here. This is what I had. I made mine. This is a 12.5 ruler. 11 by 9. Like I said, standard piece of paper, which is this entire space. Yep, this entire space right here. Which way was I doing? 11 and 9. That entire space right there. Your mind is either going, I don't see it, or, oh, okay, that makes sense. So that's why I make mine bigger, because I think it could fit a small saucer there better and a mug, or you could get a coaster and do it as a set separately like I did for the farmer's market. And I'm rambling. Let's go down and see what everybody says. Ooh. Oh, it looks like Angel heard me talking about her. Dawn came in. I am back there. I am so glad you guys are talking, because when I start rambling, you could tell that I don't have a lot of people to talk to, because I get on here and I just don't shut up. In common things. I could talk about gaming with my husband, but he is just not interested in organizing and sewing or anything else. Where did they go? Not too high. Good morning, Dawn Denny. I don't know when you came in. I don't know where I was. I don't know what I'm doing. Good morning. It is good to see you. What did Deborah say? Okay, I need to scroll back up because there's shenanigans going on in the chat. Okay, I was down to Miss Ellen. That's where I was. Miss Ellen said, Deborah Holman, I love the washable Elmer glue. That's what I use on embroidery quilt projects. And I'm pretty sure I bought some more glue because I want to try that. Mix it with water like Miss Ellen does. She has a video where she talks about that. I can't remember if she actually shows you, but she has a spray bottle that she uses as like a spray based too. And that's why I got the glue. I just haven't used it yet. Let's see. Sylvia says, cool, thanks, Deborah. Was thinking that, but also wondered if 4-inch would be too small. Apparently I missed something Deborah said. I apologize, Deborah. Okay, no, she said 5 inches. Sylvia says, I have to make in black or add black applique onto them as her class color is black this year. Brandy over at 100 Proof Quilter, love her black backgrounds. Sylvia says, Melissa, that size might be perfect to add applique to. But you can't even see it. I'm over here pointing to stuff and you can't even see it. That up there I was talking about. The thing with the cross on it, it's got 2 Easter eggs. That's a mug rug. You poor people. I feel bad for you. Having me here, not anything else. Reading stuff in. Let's see. Oh, and Miss Ellen says, Colleen, I can see myself using those metal shelves to attach to make a tall platform for more storage space. Yes, that was my other thought, that I needed something short that would have to sit under here. So I may get more and build up a little bit. They have, Dee Dee was putting a table together, a kid's table. Now, we all worry about Dee Dee if there's more than 1 page of instructions. And we should worry about me too, just so you know. There's 2 different size holes, smaller ones and larger ones, so you can screw it to the table it's on or to each other, I think. You'd have to figure that out. Anyway, I had the holes wrong, and I'm sitting there putting these screws in. I'm going, that's not catching on nothing. There's no directions here. Maybe there was directions. I probably threw them away because, you know, I'm smarter than the directions. It's amazing. Anything stays together. Hey, I put this thing together, and it's holding a serger that weighs like a zillion pounds that has a handle on top. So anyway, the screws, I was like, I am not returning these. What is going on? It wasn't. I just needed to flip the legs around, and that screw caught just fine. It was all me. But they're at Amazon. The link is below in case I didn't say that. I love that idea because it's so helpful to have space. This is all dead space. Now, I'm not looking to take up all that space because line of sight is a problem. That would be too much in my line of sight. But I can build up a little bit, get me some more space over here so I can bring stuff in here and it has a home while it's in here till it goes back to its normal home in the other room, the other tiny room. Did I say that? Melissa said I've used similar shelves to create storage area for the bread in her kitchen. And I think that's why it popped up on my Amazon, because I was looking at the bread ones that Melissa sent me to look at. Deborah, OMG, don't come to my sewing room, Colleen. Seeing your organization skills makes me nervous. I'm very flattered that we think I have organization skills. It's a struggle. Dee Dee has got skills. I have got to keep working at it till I get it. And it's just how my brain had reprogrammed itself after my back went out, that I need to make things easier on myself. And that's part of making things easier on myself is if I put things away, they're easier to get out and then put back. But that's just for me. My mom sews. She used to sew. I remember a huge box. And when I say a huge box, I mean huge. Of course, I was little. It could have been this big. No, it was bigger than that. I could fit in it, I'm pretty sure. We may have played in it. Of fabric. All kinds of scrap fabrics. Big sizes, little sizes, all there. She probably knew every piece of fabric that was in that box. And they would be scattered around because she was working. And as you see, when we're working, things get chaotic. But I remember it felt like it was everywhere. But I never thought anything of it. I never thought anything. I still don't think anything of it because we all craft differently. Our minds work differently. They function better in different circumstances. I say all the time, I have friends, relatives who absolutely thrive in chaos. Lots of people, lots of things around them, lots of things going on all the time. I don't. My brain wants to shut down and just sit in a corner. I can have chaos. You know, I had 5 kids. There's a certain amount of chaos I can't deal with. But at some point, I just want to shut down because it can't keep up. So I just try to make space to where my brain can keep up with it without getting so overwhelmed. Like when I was making for the farmer's market, I was so overwhelmed at the quick decisions I was making. It like to done me in. And then trying to keep up with YouTube. That's why I'm kind of meh about my shorts now, because I need to reconfigure things so my brain is not freaking out. I'm hearing things. So I wouldn't think anything of it. Oh, okay. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get to the end again. I promise. Oh, and Miss Ellen, she has such a good heart. She says, please don't y'all feel bad at all. I suck at organizing my space as well. I'm always moving something around. LOL. Exactly. Me too. Me too. And I've been trying for 2 years. Keep that in mind. I have been trying for 2 years. And it is, like I told my friend Dee Dee, a work in progress. In progress. I can't say that word. I promise. And it's like, and she is like, my life is a work in progress. Yes. Yes. Our lives, our spaces are fluid. They are ever changing. It's hard to keep up with. So it's taken me 2 years just to get what little done that I have done. I mean, when you think about it, 2 years and then coming up with this, it's not that impressive. So yes, absolutely. There is no sewing room shaming on this channel. In this chat, there will be no sewing room shaming. We all think differently and appreciate that we all have different brains. I love to see the colors and everything on how some people decorate their sewing rooms. They've got all the colors, all rainbowy stuff. I don't want that. I don't want it for me, but it is gorgeous to look at for them. I also, when you get scraps and pieces and everything everywhere, that means you're working on something and it's making you happy and you're being creative, and there is no shame in that. And if somebody thinks there is, like Melissa, go home. It's your space. And you have to be happy with your space. Okay, and there is Dawn. I am a ways back. Oh. See, saying hi, 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 hi. Deborah Holman, I try to organize and usually end up making a mess. Oh, I call it tornado organizing. That is absolutely how I organize. It gets worse. It gets worse before it gets better. I watch one lady who says it doesn't have to, just do small areas. So that small area, when you leave it, is better. A little bit at a time, better, leaves you without the chaotic mess. My brain doesn't function like that. No, we're going to get it. We're going to get it done. Or die trying. My husband has found me laying in the other room, and he's like, what happened? And I'm like, I was watching Dee Dee. He knows Dee Dee's still organizing, decluttering, and he's like, gotta stop watching her. I'm fine. Just give me a few minutes here on the floor. And I'll get up and finish my cleaning up this mess. Let's see. I have scrolled. Let's see. Where did I go? My quilt projects, Deborah Holdman, me too. Although the time it would take me to get organized as Colleen would take years. Been sewing and quilting a long time. Yes, and you have more to go through. Oh, I'm collecting. I am collecting panels. We have went from buying panels because they're pretty and we're going to use them to, hi, I'm Colleen. I hoard panels. I hoard panels and I don't want to cut them. I will get over that. My brain needs time to accept that's what is going to happen. It doesn't want to participate all the time. Oh. Melissa says, Deborah, I get distracted by the fun stuff. And Deborah says, if I can't see in it, it has label listing items in it. Yes, exactly. Me too. And the bins I had back there with the labels on them, these bins, I could even take a piece, if you had a piece of proper sewing vinyl, I use shower curtains. I have one from the Dollar General and one from Walmart. Both the cheapest ones they've got. I don't think I've used the one from Walmart yet. You could easily label this. That was aggressive. You could easily sew a label into this, even after you have it together. I was thinking about that. I could do it after you finish the sleeve, but then when you're turning it out, it might be trouble. But you could sew a label, a label on the end of this, a clear label with the fabric around it, and tuck yourself some. This is what's in here. I might do that because I was thinking that when I made these, I thought, oh, I know what's in them because it's by, I guess, character. I don't know how to. I know it's in them basically because I don't have a whole lot. I did find some stuff that I completely forgot I had, like all of these. I forgot all of these, which means that I need them where I can see them. Or I need a label. Let's see. Miss Ellen said, I have 3 large file cabinets. 2 of them is about 7 feet and the other one is about 5 feet high. All of this is for my bus storage soon. Now, see, file cabinets is a brilliant solution. They're usually, once they label something, sewing room storage, the price quadruples. If they figure out these can be used for sewing room storage, the price for 2 was, I think, 14, so $7.50 each. I bet they go up to $30 because that's what they do. When they realize you can say it's for a specific thing, the price goes up. So filing cabinets, love filing cabinets for storage. If I had some, I would use them. In fact, I thought about getting something small to fit under this table because there's a bunch of empty space under there. It needs to be used. But I'm being very thoughtful about it. The size has to be perfect. There's a whole bunch of thought goes into that for me. See, Melissa says, I keep wanting to ask Dee Dee where to store the farm stuff. The milker and cow baby bottles and the chick brooder. Dee Dee knows a little bit about farm stuff. She knew what Berkshire pigs were. 4-H club, is that what it's called? She does sign language teaching, and she had some, I'm going to mistell this, Dee Dee, you fix it if I mistell it. She had some of her students, I guess, that were in that, so she got to know the stuff around the farm stuff. I bet she can imagine exactly what you're saying. Hey, Dee Dee, that's your call. Ranking, I love Colleen's show and tell time. There's a whole bunch of it today. Sorry. Deborah, see, this is the issue, Melissa. I find things I forgot that I had. Good morning, Angel. Pardon me. I was talking about you a whole bunch at the beginning. All good. Because that's what I do. Probably about ready for the air conditioner to come on. I'm glistening. It's that time of the year where we glisten. Good morning, Angel. Everybody's saying good morning. Let's see. Sylvia, I need to get organized more. Everywhere is a mess around my sew room at the moment, but health has to come first. Yes. And you know, these things, you can throw anything in them, and then it's a hidden mess. But ask how I know this. That's what I do. Things that confuse me, go into a container until I decide to sort it out. Like I overthought that. Everybody's saying good morning, Angel. Good morning to everyone. Lauren Miller. I've missed, she says. Miss Ellen, thanks for sharing this, Colleen. I have recently covered a box that you get bulk printer paper in. Oh, that's a great size box. And that is great. And I'm sorry I'm behind. See everybody saying hello. What'd you do, Charlotte? You changed accounts. You're messing with people. You know, on your other account, I can put you in timeout, and so can Melissa. Just saying, it may not be a safe place for you. She's dealing with the puppy. Oh, aw. Miss Ellen has a kitten. I'm allergic to kittens. That is so sweet, though. They're so cute. Miss Ellen says, Colleen, I am in love with your yellow ruler set. I must check them out. The smaller ones were on Amazon, where you get, what is it, $5 shipping, unless you spend $25 and you get free shipping. But they are still sold by Missouri Star on Amazon. So it's a good deal. My eyes like them. Sherlock, I'm back. Clearly, she saw what I was thinking earlier. Dawes says, Colleen, on caffeine. I love the jabber. You must, because you're here. That or you love, judging me for it. I'm okay with two. I've been judged before because I can't shut up. Sylvia, oh no. I'll keep you in my prayers. She says, sorry guys, I gotta go. Stomach pain's real bad. Need pain relief. Hugs. Take care, everyone. I don't know if you have a heat pad, but if you had just a heat pad, it can help different kinds of pains in the stomach. Take care, hon. Oh, my chat blinked again. Let's check this over here. Make sure trying to make sure my picture's still working because we know that. I woke up with a big face this morning. Let's not look at that one. Oh, hugs and prayers for Sylvia says. My quilt projects is just now learning. Sherlock Sews is Lori Miller. Oh, Don says, I find I tidy up and make everything neat and tidy. I don't want to create and make a mess. That messes with the mindfulness of the area. I just cleaned. Creating is messy. Yes. And like this has been sitting here a couple days. And it was over on my footstool till I needed my computer over there. And so I just set it over here. Now, this is not a huge mess. I have had bigger messes. When I was making for the farmer's market back there, oh, I had totes and totes of flannels, of fabrics, and not squared totes, so they were round totes, and batting through over there, and you couldn't see it and I couldn't see it because it was hidden behind this. Every time I went to the kitchen, though, I could see it. That I just accepted that that's the way it's going to be until I get these projects taken care of, and I get homes for all of this stuff. Everything needs a home. There we go. Miss Ellen says, I paid $65 for each 7-foot tall cabinet. Well, that's not bad. I was looking at some, not the metal cabinets. I was looking at like bookcase, but they're narrow. And I think they were running about $70. They're narrow. And I think they would just fit these totes. The problem is I don't have a place to put it. I would have to start taking down the old one. If you ever see my bookcase back there, it's a mess. It was oak. I covered it with some white contact paper and some white paint. And depending on where it was, what got covered, one day it will be fixed. But that's not a bad price. And it's a great way to store. Let's see. There's Halo. Ah, yeah. See? I've made it to the end. I've made it to the end of the chat. We're all going to have a party now. Party in your head. I was talking about your, and I know you'll listen. She does that. She'll go back and she'll listen. Oh, Fern had a question. Okay. Halo, I will get back to you. I missed it. I apologize. Fern, I am looking. And if you're on a system that you can tag me at Colleen's and the rest should come up, will highlight my name for me. If you're on a system that can't, maybe the caps will get my attention. Let's hope. Oh, I see that though. I missed that earlier. Where it says she cut a winter panel up to make an attic window. I saw Donna Jordan do that. Boy, I missed. Okay. We're going back. I missed stuff. I don't see Fern's question. I got up to craft fuse. Fern, would you mind putting it again, or somebody tell me what the question was? I'm sorry. Oh, and thank you, Dawn. She said the colors I have laid out for my cover is beautiful. I missed that. Sylvia says she feels my fog. Pain stings. Oh, and I just missed everything. I am so sorry, guys. I'm really not that self-centered. I care. It may be fear of missing out. Miss Ellen said, I'm very interested in getting some stuff by the bolts. I have covered, I have overload of projects to get done, but that is where the fun is located. Yes. And Brenda took off. I don't know if I said have a good day. If I didn't, I apologize. Have a good day, Brenda. Sylvia's talking about getting her eye fixed. They just need to take care of you, Sylvia, who is gone. That's okay. I talk to invisible people all the time. My quilt projects was cracking up. I'm laughing at the volume of scraps. I guess I am a scrap hoarder. I have a dresser full, plus 30-gallon tote full. Oh, and shoebox. Several sour cream containers. I can't do that. I say that 10 years from now, I'm going to be that girl. I'm going to be like Dawn. Bag of cut off quarters for HST scrap code. Still collecting scraps. Wow. I cut my scraps into 2.5 inches, 5 and 10-inch squares. That is my scraps. And see, I started to try that. My brain didn't like it. I'm still looking for that question. I think somebody took a pity on me. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. Come on. Oh, we're going to work or we're going to hit a wall, one of the two. No, nobody wanted you to play anything. Fern asked, when did you get your pattern for your storage things with short handles? Oh, where? I'm blind. That was me thing. Spell check was not getting her. I made it. I have a video on how I came up with the pattern for it. And it's not, I got the idea from Marie Scrappy Creations. And in that video, it has her video linked to it. And now, why did I not see that? I'm going to have a shock about that in just a second. I'll get back to the bottom and apologize for everything I missed, because clearly I am not on the paying attention today. Okay, just going to the bottom. Thank you so much for that. Ooh. I apologize. I am a bad hostess. The pattern, I measured what I needed to fit how I fold fabric, and then to fit on the bookcase that I have, which was approximately 11 inches. And the fabric is approximately 8 to 7 inches wide. And I wanted it, I didn't want it to, topple, get real big. So I thought 7, 8 inches clearance so I could put the shelves close together and have just that amount of fabric. So that's how I did it. I decided the height that I wanted, and I think I even did a little walkthrough on a live once. But if you start out with the 20 by 20 piece of lining, interfacing, and outer fabric, fold it in half, catch your box corners. It's basically how it starts. I think I'm even using 19 and a half. 20 by 20 will work. Dawn, well, I am going to skedaddle. Bye, if you don't know what skedaddle means, it means get going out of here. Bye, everyone. This was several belly laughs. Mission accomplished. Have a great day, Dawn. Have a great day. Have a great day. Everybody's saying goodbye to Dawn. And Fern says, okay, thank you. If you know how to box corners, now I remembered because I folded it, I didn't have the seam allowance at the bottom. So I can do very quick. I told you you can do 20 by 20. It'd be a little bit wider than this one is. I think is what the 20 by 20 got me. 20 by 20, box the corners 3 1/4 up from the bottom fold and 4 inches in is how I boxed the corners on those. So no, it wasn't 3 1/2. Look at me lie. 3 3/4 up from the bottom because there's not that 1/4 inch seam allowance that I need to keep in mind because I just folded the fabrics over. So I have a continuous fabric instead of cutting, cutting 2. Yeah. And in that case, it would have to be the front. let's just go with that. So that is how I did it. And that is how I did all of them. And when I made the last 2, I thought I made them the wrong size. I was like, how did I mess this up? I watched my home video, so I would not mess it up. But they still work. I thought they were a little bit short. I thought they were a little bit short here, and they were just a tad. That's why the 20 by 20, this is just a tad short for me right there. So the 20 by 20 would work much better. And the handles are 10 inches. 10 inches by 1. Yeah, about almost 1 inch. They were 10 inches long when I started with those. And I love them. If I figure out where to put more of them, I will make more. I have one for Christmas, one for boys, one for girls, one for spring. And the Halloween one, I didn't make. The Halloween one, I'm about to store, which gave me the idea to do this because it was perfect size. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Melissa is on it, even though I've kept her way later than I should. My foot found the trash can. Way later than I should. She shared the storage box video link, and I'm going to have to get off here because the fog is setting in. I need to switch chairs. But I had a good time, and I apologize for any comments that I missed. I do try to keep up, but I will go back and watch and try to adjust and address it next week. Somebody gave me hearts. I love the hearts. My computer and my phone, neither one do that. I know it's gave, but it's so cute. I see hearts going up the side of my screen. I don't think you guys see it. That is so cute. Sherlock says cute baskets. Basket. Thank you very much. We're going to get the goodbyes in. My husband's going to call him. I'm not going to have any voice left to talk to him. What happens when you don't actually talk all the time? You can't tell, huh? Anyway, that was my show and tell and my plans for my sewing machine covers. I'm doing what I can when I can, and I'm not beating myself up because this did not come together today like I had planned. I was going to be on it. I had planned while you're saying your goodbyes. Saturday, I was like, oh, I can whip this one together and then do another one on the live. Easy peasy. Until I realized I don't have my stuff together. I have to go to Walmart. I have to sew more shirts. Life is fluid. You roll with the punches. Melissa says, Sherlock says, have a great day, everyone. Melissa says, thank you for the chat. Have a great day. Don't forget to show up at Melissa's this evening for hers. And by the way, I've been watching Stephanie quilting with Stephanie Stitches. She's not here. She's supposed to be on a trip this week sometime. Good luck to her. Hope she has fun in Canada. But she's been doing some patriotic things. And the one that Angel showed last week on her live, it was a patriotic red, white, Lori Holt design. Pretty sure. If not, watch hers and you can get the right information. The best way to get accurate information from someone I mentioned is go to them. So, Miss Ellen says, y'all have a blessed and own your day. I was like, own it. My eyes were not, it was me. And I think Dee Dee has been listening because, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me. That song. Yeah. She says, let's see if I can do it right now. Miss Ellen says, y'all have a blessed and own your day. Happy sewing, everyone. Everyone have a wonderful week. Miss Ellen is on Tuesday. Sometimes she surprises us. Keep an eye out for her. Get your notifications turned on. Ring that bell. Make sure they're all checked. Make sure YouTube hasn't shut them off for you because they're so helpful like that. And I've got an appointment in town tomorrow, but it should be the last one for 3 or 4 weeks, and I get to sit home. Everyone, have a great day. Thank you for joining me. And by the way, I'm calling Sews and Chats. I never did introduce myself. And be the light you hope to see in others. Laugh. Laughter is good. Even if it's at me and not with me. Take care.